Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amber and this is where I will be talking about all things related to moving abroad. So I have been living in Mexico for, how long has it been? About 10 months now. So it has been 10 months, May will be my year mark. And I know that there are a lot of you who are considering doing the same thing. So I wanted to come here and talk about my experience, talk about why I even made the decision to move to Mexico and what it has been like for me so far. So make sure you like the video and subscribe. And again, welcome to my channel. I'm Amber, a North Carolina native who ditched the American dream and sold everything I owned to move to Mexico City, Mexico. Come with me on this journey as I share why I decided to leave the United States and what my journey has been like being a Black woman living a free and adventurous life in Mexico. So this actually is not my first time living abroad. I've lived in Spain and I've lived in the UK. So I lived in Spain in 2015 for an undergraduate program, and then I did my master's in the UK, which was a one and a half year program. So I've spent quite a bit of time living abroad and traveling abroad, and one thing that became like crystal clear to me after leaving the US was just the way my quality of life changed overall. So living in the United States, I feel like I was extremely tired and just completely worn out from waking up every day, participating in the grind till you die culture. I was just really tired and burnt out. And I think deep down, I knew that there was something greater out there and that there was more meaning to life, but I don't think I really realized what it was until I moved abroad that was like holding me back so deeply. I think once I moved abroad, I really started to realize how severely racist the United States is. Not that, I haven't experienced racism abroad or that there isn't racism abroad, but I think just how everything is systemically ingrained in everything that we do in the US, it really was taking a toll on me. I mean, seeing the members in our community getting killed at the hands of the states year after year. I mean, multiple people, more people than we could even sit here and list, more people that are probably have even been accounted for, but often with no consequence or little to no consequence. And this started to really take a toll on my mental health. So it's one of the things that I noticed the most after moving abroad was the fact that I had more peace. I had more peace of mind. I wasn't constantly worried about what might happen to me or me being in the wrong place at the wrong time and something tragic happening to me simply because of the color of my skin. So after I moved abroad and I started to get a taste of what it felt like to just be at peace and have peace of mind and be able to focus on not just what I felt like I had to be doing or the things that I felt like I had to show up for, I was able to take time to start really investing in myself. So I started doing photography, I started making videos, I was traveling a lot, so I was meeting new people, I was learning new languages. I was able to start learning Spanish and I started to get somewhat fluent, I would say like an intermediate level, but this is when I was really able to simply focus on myself. So I was able to really experience what it felt like to not have to constantly feel like a target because of the color of my skin. I was able to just, it was like tasting freedom for the first time. I was able to just live my life without feeling so policed and feeling like I need to show up a certain way. I need to show up twice as good, 3 times better than other people. A lot of these things, these standards kind of went out of my mind and out of the window once I was able to simply leave the country. So in 2019, I graduated from my master's program and I moved back to the States. And it was a really rough time. Even when I just come back from vacation, I often feel just so weighed down and so unhappy from the level of just hate and misery that is constantly spewed on us as Black people in the United States. And it really started to take a toll on my mental health, my emotional health, my physical health. I was really, really stressed. I was having a lot of migraines. It wasn't a good period of time for me. I wasn't myself. I didn't feel like myself anymore. I just felt like a shell that was kind of showing up and doing the things that I felt like I had to do, trying to just climb the ladder. I had finally entered into my career, my field, which was cybersecurity, and it just wasn't even fulfilling. I was working with all white men. It wasn't anyone relatable around me, and even when different things would happen within the news, within our community, nobody would talk about it. It would just kind of be another day at work. And I think, it's hard being in a place where you don't even feel like you can really relate to people at the place that you're having to show up 40 hours a week. So it just really was taking a huge toll on my mental health. And so in December, I decided to take a trip to Mexico, and I had been traveling to Mexico every year. So I was already familiar with it. I had traveled to quite a few cities here, but in December, I took a trip here and just really enjoyed it. And I started seeing more people online talk about how they had moved there. I had saw Merida first, and I saw a lot of people just living their best life, just super happy, excited to be there. Their skin was glowing. They just looked at peace. They looked happy. And of course, like I said, at this time, I was familiar with the feeling. I already know how it feels to live outside of the US. So after December, in January, the insurrection happened. And in December, I had decided, you know what, fuck it, why not? Like, I'll go ahead and start planning. Me and my girlfriend started to plan our move. We were aiming for the end of 2021. But in January, the insurrection happened. And to me, I just could not believe my eyes. I couldn't believe that these people were trying to overthrow the government and that it wasn't even made a bigger deal. I don't know, I'm honestly at a loss of words. I think I was so shocked and disgusted with seeing just blatantly the level of hate on full display that was kind of my breaking point. I was like, I don't want any part of this. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here for the next one. I don't want to feel like I need to, have guns in my home just to be saved, because that's not the type of person that I am, and that's not something that I want to deal with. I think it was just a wake-up call for me. It was when my eyes were really opened and I was like, hey, it's not safe for me here anymore, and I don't even feel comfortable here. These aren't my values. I don't want to participate. And so we sped up our time to leaving in May instead of December. And from there, it's been smooth. I can honestly say that I absolutely really, really love living in Mexico. And I think, one, it's a brown country, so that automatically, to me, added a sense of comfort. But the people here are extremely welcoming, and I have felt, nothing but just at peace since I left. The health issues I was having, like the constant migraines from stress, I was having a really hard time digesting the food. And I don't know if that's because I had lived abroad before or what, or it really could have even been stress driven, but I was having a really hard time digesting the food. I had spent like over $500 on doctor's appointments with no solution. But once I moved, those issues literally within a matter of like 2 weeks cleared up completely. So long story long, my message to anyone who is thinking about leaving the country is that you absolutely should do it. I think sometimes it can be extremely intimidating to, leave everything that you've always known to pack up and go somewhere else. But when I tell you my quality of life has elevated so much My cost of living is more affordable. I was previously living in Arizona and my bills were like, I would say probably $3,000 a month, if not a little bit more. And I've cut my expenses down more than in half. I've been able to just start back investing in myself, learning, taking courses, just really focusing on myself and my happiness and actually getting to enjoy this life that we're given while I'm here. I don't want to wait until later to try to enjoy something. I want to enjoy it now, right now in my prime, while I'm young, while I have energy, while, you know, I'm still free. I just want to live. And I think that leaving the US really did that for me. I think it's one of the best decisions that I made, and I don't think, me personally, that I could ever live in that country again. So if it's something that you're thinking about, I would tell you to research. Use your tools online. Look at YouTube. I'll be sharing more videos about my experience, about the cost of living, about how I decided on Mexico. But use your resources. Listen to other people's stories. It can be so intimidating, especially when we're constantly fed, you know, so much propaganda about what other places are like and how it seems like nowhere else is as safe as the US. But I think too, you have to really ask yourself, is it really safe? Because for us as Black people, it's like walking around with a target on our back constantly, literally. So if it's something that you're thinking about, I highly encourage you to follow that feeling, to follow your intuition. Yeah, I did it. I'm here, and I can tell you that I have no regrets. So if you have any questions, if there's anything that you want me to talk about on my channel, feel free to drop it below in the comments. And like I said, if you feel like this video resonated with you, give me a like, subscribe. Yeah, so I look forward to making more videos and sharing my experience and my knowledge with you guys. Peace.